All right, so this is going to be basically a how-to video to wire up your Gen 1 Renegade or Outlander lights with your Lxmrmy taillights. So the instructions that you're going to be sent is going to look like this. That's basically everything I'm going to go over to the letter. So you're just going to do it visually. So you visual learners, they'll obviously know how it's done. So you've either bought the red and the amber, or you've bought the white, the pink, the green, or the blue lights. If you've bought the red or the amber, you're going to have a 3 cable pigtail. That's because it comes with a brake feature, whereas the white, the blue, the pink, and the green do not. They are simply running lights. So they are simply going to be a 2-line pigtail, which will look like this. So they'll be red and white. There'll be no black cable. Anyways, so on the Gen 1s, you do not have the plug and play feature, unfortunately. That's going to be a direct hardwire, but you will be supplied with everything that you need. So you're going to have your heat shrink butt connectors. What you're going to need to do is have a set of wire crimpers, a lighter or a heat gun, and then your butt connectors, but that's obviously supplied. So using these instructions, first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take your Renegade or Outlander tail light off the bike. Once you've gotten it off the bike, you're going to disconnect it. You're then going to use your wire crimpers or side cutters. You're going to cut all 3 cables you're going to cut the red and orange and the black cable off of your your stock light, and you're going to leave the red and green light cable connected to said light. Now it's up to you. Preferably, it looks better when you put the stock light back in once you're done. If you just want to cut it all out, then you can by all means do that, but you'll then have to cap this off so no water or mud gets to the wires, but I'll show you how to do that as well. So anyways, so we take the light out. Once the light is out, you're going to cut these 2 wires. So the red and orange as well as the black wires, you're going to cut those off. Once they're cut off, you're going to take the red wire from each light and you're going to connect it into the red and orange cable. So just to show you, so I'm not going to cut these up because these I'm going to use later for a different light. So these, okay, so you're going to use your red cable off of the supplied pigtail. So these are for your new lights. You're going to crimp these, strip some of the wire. Okay, like that. So you have some of the wire showing. Just twist them off. So that's 1. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with this side over here. Try to keep that in the camera. And just like that. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to take the red from each light. You're going to twist them together. Okay. Just like that. I'm going to take a heat shrink butt connector. Place that inside just like so. Take your crimpers. Okay, you're going to take the crimping end. And you're going to crimp the sides you just put in. Okay. So now your 2 taillights are locked in there. Okay. Now it's up to you if you want to do this now or later. It's easier to do it now. Take your lighter or your heat gun. You're going to heat up the plastic compound, which is then going to shrink down to the wires, keeping it water and airtight, or watertight, I guess, mud tight. Okay, just like that. When you've got it shrink down, it'll start to smoke or it'll start to bubble out the ends. That's how you know it's done. So you've got the red set. Now you're going to take, okay, so for visual purposes, this is your stock light. You're going to take the red and the orange wire. And again, you're going to connect it. So you're just going to slide it inside. Same thing we just did. Okay, just like that. take your crimpers, and then we're going to crimp those down. Same thing we just did. And now, okay, you got a solid connection. It's not going anywhere. Same thing with our heat gun or our lighter. We're going to heat it up and shrink it down. Much easier with a heat gun. More maneuverability. Anyways, so that's airtight or mud tight. Okay, so that's the one side done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the white wires. Yes, I know they're black, but on your pigtail, they're going to be white. The same thing. We're going to strip them down. Okay. And the black wire from your stock taillight. Oh. I guess there's no wire in there. Anyways. So you're going to strip it open. Okay, and you're going to take your white wires from your new taillights. You're going to twist them together like this. Okay, grab another butt connector. Same thing. Place it inside. Take your crimpers. Crimp those down. Okay. Grab our lighter or our heat gun. We're heating that up to shrink it down. Okay. Then we're going to grab our black stock wire. Place it inside. And again, crimp it down. Okay, once it's crimped down, grabbing your lighter. Heating it up. So lighter or heat gun. Heat gun is much easier to do this. Okay, just like that. So now your new lights are wired in. It's as simple as that. Then what you do is you connect your pigtails to your corresponding lights. You put your stock light back in. And that's it. Your lights will work. Now, if you cut this wire off of your stock one, what you're going to do is you're going to take the other butt end heat connector that I sent you. And you're going to cut one end off. Okay. You're going to cut the wire so that there's no exposed wires. You're going to slide this end over and you're going to heat it up. Okay, and that'll seal it. From any sort of foreign substances such as mud and water, and that'll keep your wires cleaned. Okay, so that's it. So you take your stock wires, you're going to dual feed your red from each light and your white from each light, and you're going to plug your pigtails in, then your lights will work. That's it, easy as that. So using the instructions, you're going to cut your stock plug, so 3 inches behind the plug, once you have the light out. Then you're going to use your heat shrink connectors, connect the black wire to both white wires. You're going to use, then you're going to connect the red and orange wire to both red wires. Then you're going to use a 1/4 inch drill. So that's going to be for the installing. So for the Renegade and the Outlanders, again, your lights will not have pre-drilled holes. So you'll have to use your imagination with the Outlander and mount them whichever way you prefer. But for the Renegades, they have the exact same plastic piece. So all you have to do is use the mount that was sent to you, line up the hole and use a 1/4-inch drill bit. And you're going to drill a hole in here and drill a hole in this corner. And then again with the supplied hardware, so we send you the nuts and bolts. You just drill that in, drill that in. Now for the lights, I can't pull mine out right now. You're going to have the mount, the grommet, and the light. So all you're going to do is you're going to put the grommet in first into the mount. There's a little rib on the back side you might be able to see right here. So you're going to push that past the mount. Once the mount and the grommet are connected, you're going to take your light and you're going to push it inside. And that's going to expand the grommet so that the rib on the outside doesn't pull the light out. Then you're done. Then your lights will work. If there's any questions, by all means, make sure you send us an email at lxmrmy@gmail.com and we'll be happy to help you out.